Hello, friends. Welcome to Time Out with Noel Janae, a bi-weekly Christian lifestyle podcast that focuses on being a college student, the Bible, and navigating being an adult, which is very hard. I am your host, Noel Janae, and thank you so much for timing out with me. Here is what you can expect on today's podcast. Thinking in the British monarch sense, the Queen, or now the King, doesn't really do anything. He doesn't make, he's more of a figurehead at this point. Parliament is the one who does all the laws, and, he just has to approve them and sign off on them. But, King doesn't really, do much, parliamentary-wise, so I wouldn't be really able to do anything in a day. If it's a true monarchy, I would, if I was queen, I would go for a walk. Hello, friends. Welcome back to a new episode and a new era of Time Out with Noel Janae. I am your host, Noel Janae. Obviously, this episode is basically some updates on what I'm doing with the podcast and a reintroduction to myself. And I looked up questions on the internet. So, let's do this. First of all, new podcast cover. Woo! Thank you, Canva, for being the best. I use Canva for everything. Not sponsored, literally, but if y'all want to sponsor me in the future, I will be happy to do so. And also, we're moving from bi-weekly to weekly podcasts. So that's something I'm excited for. And this will hopefully go on till about end of January, mid-February. I haven't decided yet. However long I want to do it, I'm going to do it. At least this, season. And I've also kind of gotten rid of seasons on, the Spotify, Apple thing. So it's just episodes now. So we're on our 27th episode, which is crazy to me. And I did that just for myself, just for ease of planning and whatnot. So let's get on with these questions. I have 30 of them. So let's do this. Woo! Okay. Number 1, what's your favorite book or movie? I have 4 favorite books right now. My number 1 favorite book, other than the Bible, okay? The Bible is obviously my favorite book of all time. Whatever. My number 1, secular, I guess, book would be The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. Then it's Perks of Being a Wallflower by Mark Jabovsky. Then it's Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And right now, my current favorite book is 12 Rules for Life, The Antidote to Chaos by Dr. Jordan B. Peterson. I've been just inhaling Jordan B. Peterson content, listening to some of his lectures, some of his talks, his podcast, Brilliant Mind. I've also been watching a lot of Ben Shapiro and Brett Cooper, The Daily Wire fam, Candace Owens. Just, finding media that suits my beliefs and my morals. And that's going to be something that we talk about either later this episode, or I may have to make another episode about not compromising your morals and beliefs to please people. Woo! My favorite movie. My favorite movie is Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. We love it. It's so good. I can watch it any day, anytime, whenever. And I can also quote heaps of that movie. It is so good. I love that movie so much. Who would you like to meet who would you most like to meet in real life? For me, I have 4 options. It's either going to be Brett and Ben from the Daily Wire, or It's going to be Matt Smith and David Tennant from Doctor Who. They both played the Doctor. And I know, two completely opposite sides, but I'm a woman of range. I'm a woman of multi-talentedness. Yes. So, what's the last thing that made you laugh out loud? I'm constantly laughing, so probably like a TikTok or a meme my friends sent me. That would probably be it. Where would you most like to go on vacation? I want to go to Italy. I really want to go to like Rome and Naples and Florence and all the places. I would also love to go to Greece. I think Greece would be fun. Go to Athens. Go to Santorini. Go to Thessaloniki. All the places. I would also like to go to the Holy Lands, Jerusalem, Israel. I would love to go there and just tour the Holy Lands. I think that would be super fun. And just, walk where Jesus walked. That would be fun. What's your earliest memory? It's a memory from a trip I took when I was 9 months old with my mom's side of the family to St. Thomas. And it includes my biological dad having keys and his wallet in his swim trunks and going swimming in the ocean. That's it. I don't know why I remember it, but I do. What is the best gift you have ever received? My cat, Domino Charmaine Allgood. She is the light of my life. She is currently above me in her little window, just looking out to all the people. Well, actually, she's looking out to the backyard or my neighbor's yard on the other side of my apartment. So she turned 2 in November. She is 2 years old. My little baby is growing up. I got her on my birthday as a birthday present from myself and my mom. I feel like she's about to just pounce down, so if you hear movement, it's her. She was judging me earlier. It was great. If you were a superhero, what superpowers would you like to have? I would like to fly. I would not want to read minds because that's too much information. I would like to fly because I can fly anywhere in the world. So, yes. If you were an animal, what animal would you be? I think I would like to be a koala or a squirrel. I think squirrels are so cute. Especially squirrels on my college campus. They're so friendly. And they're basically people at this point. They're just so adorable. What 3 things can you not live without? Okay, I would say my Bible, but I'm going to say my phone because I can get the Bible on my phone. See? There we go. So my phone, I can't live without. Domino, obviously. And probably, I can live without my mom. I just choose not to. What else can I not live without? That's hard. So Domino, my phone, and probably coffee. No, I don't like coffee that much. I don't like coffee enough for that. What would I not live without? I think just, I know it's 3 things, but I think just, my phone and Domino. And maybe, I can get books on my phone. Maybe my laptop. Or maybe I'll just throw in oh, no. Right now, I can't live without my recital rep because I have my recital next semester. There she goes. She just climbed out the window. Tiptoe through the window. Nope. I'm not gonna be singing. If you were king/queen for a day, what would you do? What would I do? Honestly, probably nothing. Because if we're thinking in the British monarch sense, the queen, or now the king, doesn't really do anything. He's more of a figurehead at this point. Parliament is the one who does all the laws, and, he just has to approve them and sign off on them. But, king doesn't really, do much, parliamentary-wise, so I wouldn't be really able to do anything in a day. If it's, a true monarchy, I would, if I was queen, I would go for a walk. I would go for a walk and, do the Queen's wave. I think that would be fun. Okay. What do you think makes a good teacher? Oh, these are questions for students, by the way. Yeah. What do you think makes a good teacher? I think if they're... this is a conversation I've been having with some of my friends. I think if they're gracious, but don't let students walk all over them. I think if they're honest, but being kind when doing so. And I think if they know how to adapt the information to students who may learn slightly differently than other kids. And I think just someone who loves and can nurture and cares about the students' well-being holistically and not just their grades. I think that makes a good teacher. And I kind of wish some of my teachers in high school or middle school did that. I had a fantastic choir director in high school, Miss Evans. Queen, love you so much if you listen to this. But she really, she didn't let us walk all over her. She was very firm, but she knew how to have fun. And we knew that she was a safe place to go to if we needed anything, if anything was happening in our lives that we needed to talk to. But we knew she was a safe place, and I think that, and before I go on, she really tried to foster that sense of community and family within our choir, which, according to people, I don't know if they've done studies on this. I haven't, looked this up yet. But at least from my experience, the more you hang out, the more you're in community together, the more you get to know each other, the closer you get, the better music you make. And that she really helped foster that community and that fellowship, and we wanted to be around each other. Conflicts came, it's a bunch of high school students, and, drama ensues, people are dumb, people are jerks, whatever. But, we were a family, and it helped us do better in that class. So I think if teachers just kind of, did these things, but also remember kind of, at one point they were our age and in these classes. Maybe not the exact classes, but, they were in school. And, I feel like people my age and people younger than me and slightly older than me maybe today are facing way different things than, our professors or our teachers were facing when they were in school. And I think it's a new day and age. I just feel like more grace is needed, more kindness is needed. But also, I feel like it shouldn't be the teacher's job to raise kids. Thank you. So that's all I'm going to say for that one. That was a little bit of a soapbox thing. If you had a time machine, would you travel to the past or the future? I would probably travel to the past. Not to change anything, But to just, like, experience it, I would totally go back to Bible times just to see if The Chosen was right. I would. I would go to, like, when Jesus was walking on the earth, and he would probably look at me and be like, you're not supposed to be here. Yeah, I would probably go to see if The Chosen was right. What do you do when you have free time? First of all, this is what I do in my free time. Either I'm, like, singing, or I'm at work, or right now I'm big into gaming, or, like, reading books. So, or doing my Duolingo. I'm currently learning German. Woo! But my uncle, my precious little Uncle John, we love him. He gave me an Xbox 360 and a PS3 because he didn't want them anymore. So right now, I finished Batman Arkham City on easy, so now I'm going on normal. And I'm also playing Assassin's Creed. I need to finish Call of Duty Ghosts and Modern Warfare 2, the original campaign, and just do all the things. So I bought some games. I want to get Star Wars, The Force Unleashed. I'm, like, getting a wish list of all the games I want to get. But it's been fun. It's definitely been a stress reliever. I needed that. I also just cuddle my cat whenever I'm home. So, hang out in the living room. Whoop. What's your dream job? Oh, no. Sorry, I skipped a question. How would your friends describe you? Loud, joyful, chaotic. I feel like if I was one of those grid things, I feel like I would be chaotic neutral. How would they describe me? I don't know. I feel like it depends on who you're talking to, which I don't like. So, I'm going to be doing a podcast. I think I am just going to do a podcast episode about friendships and relationships and not compromising your morals, because that's been something that I've been dealing with. And just, learning again how to just be a productive human being at this point. So, podcast episode about that coming soon to a station podcast thing, listening thing near you. But I'm trying to be a person who holds fast to not only to God, but to her morals also, and to her beliefs. So Matt, our director of my department that I work in at Lee, he calls me, he's like, it's my loud one, because I'm always joyful, I'm always rambunctious, causing trouble. Not really, not like trouble, I'm just very sarcastic. But I'm definitely loud, I'm joyful. People say I'm intimidating by how joyful I am. That cracks me up. That's funny. So, I don't know. What's your dream job? My dream job, ideally, would be to travel and sing and make music, whether that be in the secular sense, like be a Christian not just in the Christian music industry, but also just in the music industry, and just write music that I feel like, is good, holds, truth and good morals, and is better than the trash that is being put out today, or to travel and lead worship. I think that would be an awesome job, and I don't consider that a job. I think that would be so fun. Now, how many languages can you say hello? So hello, Guten Morgen, Konnichiwa, Guten Morgen is good morning. Hallo is German. Hola is Spanish. Bonjour is French. Korean is, I'm about to butcher this. Annyeonghaseyo. Konnichiwa is Japanese. I think that's it. Chinese. Chinese is, why am I blank? I took a Chinese class over the semester, over the summer. Ni hao. There we go. I had to think for a second. Ni hao. So yeah. I don't know how many that was. You can count if you want. If you could join a famous band / pop group, which one would you join? Well, right now, I would join a band / pop group. I would either join For King and Country or For King and Country in the Christian sphere, or I would join probably Half Alive in the indie sphere. What band would I join in the pop sphere? I don't really listen to a lot of pop bands. There aren't really many pop bands. I would not join BTS because that choreography is not, no. Probably Coldplay, honestly. I love Coldplay. Coldplay makes great music. They were my number 3, number 4 artist. So, who would play you in a movie? Ma'am. She has the zoomies. She is zooming around. If you hear destruction, it's my cat. Who would play you in a movie about your life? Probably, I know she's fully white, but I feel like Nikki Blonsky. Domino, what are you doing? Oh, she's loafing. Anyway, Nikki Blonsky would probably be the only one I can think of. She played Tracy Turnblad in Hairspray, and I love her. And I love Tracy Turnblad. That's my dream Broadway role. So, yes, probably her. I can't think of anyone else. What's the strangest thing you've ever eaten? When I went to St. Thomas, yes, Virgin Islands, I had escargot, which, if you didn't know, is snail. 'Tis snail. Woo. So, that was good. It was actually really good. What's your favorite kind of food? I love pasta. I love steak. I'm totally carnivore. I love steak. So, yeah. I love pasta and steak. And Chinese food. I love... Chinese is probably my favorite. I love Chinese. Do you have any pets? Yes. My queen, Domino. What would you buy first if you had $1 million? First of all, I would give my tithes and offering. Episode coming soon about that. Then I would put a bunch of it into savings, and then I would probably pay off school or pay off a year of rent. Yeah. I would just put a bunch of it into savings and then just give myself to live off of. Yeah, probably rent, honestly. What's the worst gift you have ever been given? I think I was 16 at the time. I received a Tinkerbell clock. I'm not saying from who, but a 16-year-old receiving a Tinkerbell clock. No. Absolutely not. So, yep. I may have been 12. Anyway, I think I'd aged out of Tinkerbell. Or I was just about to age out of Tinkerbell. So, I loved it then. I hate it now. I think I actually gave it away or threw it away. I can't remember. What are your favorite sports to play? I like swimming. I like the occasional match of soccer. I love the occasional kickball. So, that's about it. I watch synchronized diving, though. What subjects do you like the most at school? I love music. Right now, I'm not in classes, but I loved my conducting class. That was a fun class. So, describe your ideal birthday party. Literally, just like chilling with my friends and doing like fun games. Come here, Domino. Hi. I think that's my ideal birthday party. Like, that's the chill version of my birthday party. My fancy version would be like having all of my like friends have like a gala or something where we all like dress up. I get surprised with like one of my favorite musical artists. You know, Matt Smith comes and sweeps me off my feet or something like that, or the guy I like or whatever. I think that's the other side of that. What interesting places have you visited? I went to London. That's an interesting place. I went to St. Thomas. That's a really interesting place. It is home, though. Both of those are like my homes away from home, I feel like. One in the literal, like, biological sense, and the other in the, like, my heart yearns for thine. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, so, yes. I haven't really visited any, like, interesting places in the U.S. I mean, I've been to Florida, been to Alabama, been to a bunch of states. Nothing really, like, too interesting. What 3 things would you take with you to a desert island? Probably probably my phone. Probably, I don't want Domino to be on a desert island. Probably a machete. And probably, like, a box of matches or something. Yeah. Are you an early bird or a night owl? I am a night owl, but I love sleep. So I'm a sleep owl. I would say I'm probably more of a night owl than I am an early bird. I don't like getting up early. And number 30, what would you like to achieve this year? I would like to get good grades, especially in this next semester, really good grades. I want to grow this podcast and my other social media accounts that I manage. I want to just chase after God like I never have before. I want to grow my friendships, grow my relationships, and I would like to, just grow as a human being and as a productive human being in society, which I am currently failing at. I would also finally like to go see a therapist. I've been meaning to schedule that for like a year. Still haven't done it. I may sign up for the counseling center this semester finally. So yeah, that's all of my little questions that I had. I hope you guys have a great day. Oh, before we leave, I'm just going to add in songs of the bye week right now, because I don't want to record another section of this episode. So I'm just going to throw in songs of the bye week at the very end. So my songs of the bye week, if you didn't know, is, well, actually, it's not even songs of the bye week anymore. It's songs of the week. Look at that. So songs of the week is where I listen to a bunch of music like every week. So I just give y'all a couple of recommendations. And since it is 'tis the season, we got 2 Christmas songs for you. I don't remember if I put one of these last year, and if I did, then it's good. So the first one is Joy to the World 2, He Has Come by Tommee Profitt featuring Beckham. Now, I have been a lover of Tommee Profitt for a hot minute now. I've listened to his The King is Born Christmas album 100,000 times. It's such a good album. His arrangements are stellar, and I love this arrangement of Joy to the World. It's so different, and like the melody's different, and the orchestration and the choir and everything. And this past week at our Classic Christmas at Lee University, we had Clark Beckham. Now, if you don't know who Clark is, he is a Lee alum, graduated in 2014, and he also was runner-up to what season was it? Season 20, I think, of American Idol. And this man can sing your face off. Like, oh my gosh. So good. So one of the songs we did at Classic Christmas was Joy to the World, Tommee's arrangement. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a dream come true. And then the tragedy of all tragedies was Tommee Profitt had a live concert / recording of this album in Nashville on Tuesday, which was my last day of finals, and I couldn't go because tickets were so expensive. I was so sad. I literally cried. I literally cried. So, yeah. It's such a good song, though. Highly recommend. And then the last one is O Come, Emmanuel by For King and Country featuring Need to Breathe. This is my favorite arrangement of this song. And it will forever be my favorite arrangement of this song. I'm sure. Pretty sure. And I just think y'all need to go listen to this. I feel like I did this last year. I feel like I put this in Songs of the Bye Week when it was Songs of the Bye Week last year. But alas, I hope you guys have a great day, a great morning, a great night, a great afternoon, a great whenever you're watching this. Whenever you're listening to this. And I will see you guys next week. Next week's episode is all about Bible versus mythology, the flood. We're going to be talking about flood narratives, and I'm very excited. We're going to be digging into some mythological account, to be diving into some the biblical account of the flood, and we're also going to be digging into some science. And we're also starting a new series on here called Culture Wars, where I will be talking about two similar things and that have been debated across space and time. Is a hint for the next for the first one. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great night. I'm excited for this. We're going to be diving into a bunch of different topics, and we're going to be getting real. And I'm going to be talking about things that I've never really talked about before. And I'm excited. To finally show my true colors. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm going to stop before I embarrass myself any further. Love you guys, and don't forget to follow the podcast on Instagram at TimeNoelPod. And have a good night. Thank you guys so much for timing out with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a review on Apple Podcasts and subscribe or follow to the podcast wherever you listen on. And if you would like, please share it with your friends and family so they can also listen and y'all can talk about it and they can just connect with everything. And if you would like, please follow us on the Instagram at TimeNoelPod. And if you would like to listen to the songs that I mentioned in Songs of the Bye Week, once again, the links for the Apple Music and Spotify playlists are in the show notes. And don't forget to be love like Jesus, and don't forget to time out for a little bit this week. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye!